All right, guys, so we are going to go through this quickly so that you guys are able to get the information and have it make a lot of sense, hopefully. And I don't know why all of a sudden you guys are at the bottom of my screen. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at you guys. I figure out how to move it back up. I don't know. Oh, there we go. I like to look at faces when I'm like doing some kind of training or stuff because I go off of your guys' faces. So make sure if things are making sense, you're nodding, okay, because I watched that. Okay, so we're going to go over achieving Star Diamond and beyond. So as the ranks go up, you guys, it gets more detailed, okay? And so as brand new coaches, I mean, makes sense, right? As a brand new coach, you want to keep things super simple, super simple. And then when you get to Diamond, it's a little more complicated, and you got to make sure that you have all your T's crossed, right? But then when you get to going for Star Diamond, you want to make sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, okay? It starts getting a little more detailed, okay? And the one thing that I think, and I think I have this on another slide, that I think most coaches might not understand is that when you hit Star Diamond qualifying, okay, so whether it's 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, all the way up to 15 star, you have to hold it, they say, for 6 consecutive weeks. I say 5 because that first week that you qualify, that counts as week 1, okay? So to make that make sense, say that you start qualifying for Star Diamond by, and it happens on Thursdays, okay? Say you start qualifying by June 15th, okay? And so by June 15th, you hit 1 star qualifying. One of your coaches has gone 1 star, and we'll go over what it takes to get there. But say you hit 1 star qualifying. That first week, okay, so June 15th counts as week 1, okay? And then from there, you've got to hold it for 5 more weeks. 5 more consecutive weeks without you dropping, without your coaches dropping, in order to get that full rank change of 1 star diamond, okay? And that's for every single rank, okay? It can be stressful, but that's when you really got to get your team connected together, and that's why it's a team goal to make that happen. Okay, so there's so many different things, and I'll post this in the team group for the links so that you guys can grab them, but there's different things for each qualification. For instance, with 1 star diamond, okay, so you have one of your personally sponsored coaches go diamond, okay? They have to hit all the requirements for diamond. You have to have 11 active personally sponsored coaches, okay? 11 active personally sponsored coaches. Now you can have 6 personally sponsored coaches on one leg and 5 on the other, okay? Or 4 on one leg, right? Because you have to be a diamond coach to have 4 on one leg, and the rest on the other leg, but you have to have at least 11, okay? And they all have to be active. Now 2 star, I believe that number goes up, okay? And I don't have all the numbers written out, that's why I have the links, but you have to make sure that when you go 2 star diamond, you have an active diamond on your left leg and 1 on your right. If both of your diamonds are diamonds on your right leg and you have 0 on your left, you're going to stay 1 star diamond, okay? Then say that, which sometimes it happens. It happened in my second business center, okay? I had 2 diamonds on my right leg, but then I had 1 pop on my left leg, and I went from 1 star to 3 star, okay? Then from 3 star, from 3 star up until 5 star, it doesn't matter where your diamonds are, you just have to have at least 2 on one leg. Okay, does that make sense, you guys? Yeah? Then 5 star, you have to make sure you have at least 3 on one leg and 2 on the other. Okay, that's why sometimes you see people go from like 1 star to 4 star or 1 star to 5 star. You're like, how did they do that? Because they have other coaches who just popped in that other leg to diamond, okay, and it kind of made you leap. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty, okay, and I'm gonna make this picture a little bit bigger for you guys because it can be a little hard to see, okay? So, and still it's kind of hard to see, sorry. But like I said, you have to hold it for 6 consecutive, but I count it as 5. Okay, and no one can drop or anything. Okay, so 1 star diamond, you have to be a diamond. okay? You must have, this is really blurry, you guys. Let me see if I can pull this picture up and make it less blurry. Let's have it pop up. This is a little better, right? Can you guys see that more? Okay, so as an active 1-star diamond, you have to have 1 personally sponsored diamond. You must have a minimum, oh, I said 11. You have to have a minimum of 10. Good thing we looked at this, okay? 10 personally sponsored coaches, okay? Including your diamonds. So you could really have, 10 personally sponsored coaches and then 1 goes diamond, and that would be 1 star. 2-star, you have to make sure that you have 12 personally sponsored coaches, okay? And then it just keeps going up. Like I said, 1 on your left right leg and 1 on your right. Then in your 3-star, it has to be 14 personally sponsored coaches, okay? And then 4-star, 16 active personally sponsored coaches. That's why it should be a goal, especially where all of you guys are at, because I'm looking at the faces, is that you have to continue to add coaches to your team. Don't turn into a manager. I fell into that trap, okay? When I first started building a team, I was like, oh, but I need to help them. I can't focus on bringing on new people. I need to help them. No, you guys, that's a big mistake that people make, because 1, you should not be spending that much time with your coaches. If you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, you know that I'm like, hey, I'm here, but you're an adult and you can figure this stuff out, and I'm still here for you, but flap your wings, right? Go on and you can have everything that I've done, but you need to figure this out, okay? And that's what Janelle did for me, and I'm so glad she did it for me, okay? That she didn't handhold me, because I learned how to do it for you guys. So it's normal to want to try to help your coaches as much as you possibly can. But when it comes to working with adults, you guys, you can only do so much. Just like when you're working with your challengers, you can't force them to check into a challenge group, right? We've all learned that the hard way, right? You cannot force them. Same thing when you start building a team. You cannot force people to do things, okay? There was a book, I don't know where it is right now, but there was a book by John Maxwell. I love his leadership books. And he was talking about, you equip every single coach that comes onto your team. Equip everyone, okay? So you're sending them the welcome emails. You're letting them know that they can join your trainings. They're in the team group. Maybe you do a one-on-one call, okay? Whatever it is, weekly Zooms with your team. Give them access to all that stuff. You can't force them to do it though, okay? Sorry, you can hear Kaylee. But when you look at those coaches and you equip all of them, then you look at the ones that are showing up and you mentor those, okay? You work closely with the ones who are showing up, because you should always, and I learned this the hard way, you guys, match your coach's efforts, okay? So if they're pulling back and not doing very much in the business, then you pull back, okay? Because maybe they don't want really to move forward with their business at that point, okay? And when they're ready to take it to that next level and they're ready to show up, then you meet their efforts, okay? And you say, okay, it's time to go. I will meet your efforts. Okay, I respect the fact that Janelle did that with me, because when I first signed up, I was not ready to build a team. Okay, and if she had been an upline who was aggressively reaching out to me every couple days, I probably would have quit. Okay, because I would have said, this is not what I signed up for. Okay, but the fact that she gave me the freedom and said, when you're ready and you want to build this business, I'm here and I will be here, and she has, as much as you possibly need me, then I was ready, okay? So make sure that you're doing that kind of leadership, okay? So those are the different things. 5-star, it continues to go up, okay? I'm assuming it's 18 because it keeps going up, okay? Don't quote me on that, though. So benefits of being a star diamond, okay? Quarterly bonus pools, okay? So you will have to hold the rank every single quarter, okay? So if you see people talk about the bonus pools and what they've made up off their bonuses, it starts when you are a 2-star. Okay, so when you hit 2-star diamond, you start benefiting from that quarterly bonus, but you have to hold that rank for 6 weeks during that quarter. So even if it's an older rank, okay, so say that your team hits 2-star, okay, and you hold it for 6 weeks, and you hit that official title of 2-star, you would get that quarterly bonus. But then say the next quarter starts and you drop down to 1-star, okay? And you don't get it back within the 6, I guess quarters are longer than 6 weeks, it's 12 weeks, right? So say that you don't get it back, or it's longer than that. Say you don't get it back within that quarter. You would not benefit from that bonus pool. But then say the third quarter, you're like, all right, this is serious time, okay? You hit 2-star again, and you even bump up to 3-star, you hold it for 6 weeks, you get that 2-star bonus, okay? And the bonuses go 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, okay? And if you've ever seen those bonuses, it's a nice goal to go for, especially if you're someone who's trying to pay off debt, you're trying to bring your husband home, you're trying to just take the weight off the world of your spouse, okay? The bonuses are pretty awesome. The other cool thing is once you hit 2-star, okay, so you notice I don't talk about 1-star very much. I think 1-star is a very amazing goal to go for, okay? But things don't really start taking off in your business until you hit 2-star. Why? And I've seen it in my business, I've seen it in my coaches' businesses that have hit this rank, because you get to open a second business center. So what do I mean by that? You get to basically franchise yourself, okay? So once you hit 2-star and you hold that for 6 weeks, you are able to open another business center. So it's like you go and fill out a coach application. Okay, you can't do it online. I don't know why they haven't figured this out yet. But you fill out a coach application and sign up as a coach on your own team. That's how crazy it is, okay? And then you have 2 business centers. And as you are building your business, it's just like, double dipping pretty much. I'm surprised that they let us do that, okay? Because everything you do in your second business center, it helps your first business center, okay? And then you get 2 paychecks. Pretty awesome, you guys, okay? So, and it helps you build your weak leg faster, okay? I was talking with some coaches on our team, and we really do believe the best way to get to team leader on the leadership ladder is to hit 2-star diamond, okay? And then when you hit 5-star, you get added to the wall. That's kind of like a wall behind, or it's like a Facebook group for 5-star and above coaches where they're sharing top tips and tricks and everything across the board, okay? Every single 5-star diamond that has ever been a 5-star is added into that group, okay? And it's cool. You're in there with corporate. You get to hear from Carl and Jeff Hill on a regular basis. It's really, really awesome, okay? And then obviously recognition. Recognition, you get your name every time you hit a rank on the National Wake Up Call. I remember right when we had Tenley, I don't know if you guys even noticed this, but right when our team was going for Superstar Diamond and we were able to achieve it, it was really funny because I had this beautiful baby girl and our team, God did not want to gyp our team of anything. We went 12-star, 13-star, 14-star, 15-star, like all the way up within every single week. So it was like every single week our team's name was on the National Wake Up Call, and it was really cool, and it was nice to hear that. So it's nice to hear your name, okay? So what is team leader? Okay, so we talked about the Star Diamonds, and there's so much information about Star Diamond ranks, you guys, but I really highly suggest setting your eyes on 2-star, okay? And hopefully you guys, and I know some of you guys have heard me say this already tonight, but hopefully you saw that you have to be a team builder and or active diamond to be part of our Hustle to the Stars training that Abby Walsh, Brittany Wright, and Christy Kester and I are running for you guys on July 3rd. And our focus is to help you guys get to 2-star. Okay, so get the requirements, get them down. Okay, it's gonna be by the end of June. Okay, so team leader is $1,000 of income. Okay, now that's a nice penny. Okay, that is a nice thing to have $1,000 per month coming in, right? So I highly suggest if you are a diamond coach, okay, or have been a team builder before, this is your next goal, is team leader. Set your eyes on it. You want to have, I know it says Success Club 5, but I would make minimum of Success Club 10. Okay, the requirements are SC5, but from your leader who knows how to help you faster, hit your goals for at least 5 people that you're helping get started with the challenge pack, okay? So that would be SC10, okay? More people, faster, okay? Active diamond rank, and you have, oh, I forgot one of them. Hang on, I'm gonna put this on here so that you guys can see it. 4 PS coaches with 1 plus SC point. Okay, so active diamond, 4, oh my God, where'd it go? Okay, 4 personally sponsored, it's so touchy, 4 personally sponsored coaches of yours with 1 or more successful point, and then your week leg volume is 5,000. Now, if you're someone who follows the leadership ladder and you're like, wait a second, I go from team builder at 200 week volume points to 5,000 week leg volume points, that can be a very, very overwhelming jump. What I suggest doing is just making it a goal every single month to say, okay, we are going to increase in our week leg volume every single month. How? I'm going to help my coaches more. I'm going to bring more new coaches on, okay? And I'm going to place them on my weak leg. Obviously, you still want to build your other leg as well, but start maximizing that weak leg, okay? And little by little, the more that you focus on it, the higher it's going to get, because you're only as weak as your weak leg, okay? And the higher that number goes up, the more you're going to make, okay? So, make sure that you're focusing on team leader, because Beachbody is putting so much emphasis on team leader. If you notice, elite points are really focused on team leader, and I was trying to figure out why. I was like, why did they pick that as, star diamond or team leader as where you're getting elite points from? And it really truly is. This is when your business becomes a serious business. So if you're a diamond coach or a star diamond coach and you're like, I thought I was serious when I hit diamond, this is when it gets legit, you guys. When you start hitting those goals consistently every single month, okay? Because you know as a leader, you are doing the right things to help your coaches, okay? I had someone ask this question on the last Zoom, how to help your coaches hit Success Club. And we're all adults, you can't motivate people, okay? But what you can do is look at what your coaches who are trying are doing, okay? Surveying their pages and doing it in a sweet, nice way, but giving them honest feedback of how they can improve their page, what they can do, maybe adding more call to actions, maybe building more relationships behind the scenes. Maybe they're not messaging the people who are liking or commenting on their posts, okay? There are things that you can do to help your coaches. And no, you don't want to breathe down their neck and become a micromanager, but for those coaches who are showing up and are trying, reach out to them and help them, okay? Because hopefully at this point, you are consistently hitting Success Club, okay? And you need to be able to duplicate what you're doing. So you lead from the front. That's why you guys see me trying so many different things, because I'm like, okay, I need to figure out what's working this month so I can share it with you guys. Do the same thing for your coaches. What you focus on, what you track, that will improve, okay? So if your goal is to improve your income, to improve your amount of coaches hitting Success Club, and to increase your week leg volume, then start writing those numbers down, you guys. Your leadership ladder is updated, I believe, every day, if not every couple days, okay? And you will keep seeing those numbers go up if you are doing the right actions, okay? AKA building relationships and getting people signed up to work with you. Okay, there's no way around it, you guys. There's no way around it. If you want your business to grow, you've got to be bringing challengers on and helping them, okay, and helping them stay on it, as well as helping your coaches and bringing new coaches on. Okay, there's no, there really is no secret sauce. It is that, okay? So benefits of team leader. Okay, so your income starts skyrocketing, okay, because of that 5,000 week leg volume. That is a nice number to have, okay? Your team is a solid diamond when you're a team leader. It should be, okay? Because you have people who are serious. If you're having at least half of your personally sponsored coaches hitting at least 1 or more successful point, you should be getting solid, okay? And you just continue to bring more people on and bring them into that culture of helping people. Okay, and then, if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, I've done this for a couple of the months out of the year so far. I've been trying to pick which months I do, but you get a complimentary quarterly or monthly gift from me. So it's just little things, you guys. I sent them like a little mantra bracelet. I've sent them a push book from Shalene. Just little things like that, not because it's, an incentive to hit it, but because I want them to know that I see that they're working, okay? So make this a goal, you guys. Okay, so 4 steps to help you hit diamond, and then we're gonna go team leader next, okay? Diamond by the end of June. Now, the reason that I gave you guys little steps, and these are not all the steps, you guys, these are just like the most important things that I would do, is because I don't want you guys to get off this Zoom and be like, that's great, but I don't exactly know what to do, okay? I want to give you guys actionable steps so you can actually move towards these goals. So the first thing is to identify which coaches are close to helping you, go to that star diamond rank. Did I say diamond? But star diamond rank, okay? So which coaches on your team are, 1, showing up to getting at least a successful point on the board, okay, are posting on social media, are sharing their journey, and have at least 2 to 3 personally sponsored coaches, okay? That's usually my thing, is I look for people who have at least 2 to 3 personally sponsored coaches, and then I reach out to them and just say, as long as they are building their business, okay? And just reach out and see if this is a goal that they would want to go for, okay? And then I like to work one-on-one with people for these goals. And like I said, they need to meet you halfway, okay? I understand life happens, you guys, and I've had people pull out of working when we start, working closely together, and they've had to pull out because life happens. I get that. Life has happened to me a lot too. Okay, and sometimes I've continued to push forward towards the goals. Other times I've had to take a step back. Okay, there is no right or wrong thing. Okay, you and that coach get to make that decision. Okay, but make sure that you are not doing more than that coach is doing. Okay, they need to show up and meet you halfway. That's a really hard thing to do. It's really hard because I know that we have people pleasers on our teams, right? It's really hard to pull back when you know someone has a lot of potential. Okay, but the more that you do it, the more freeing you're gonna feel, okay? But I would reach out to those coaches, you guys, and you don't need a template, just reach out to them and say that you see them and you know that you could help them get to that next level if they're interested, okay? The next thing, step number 2, is make sure that you have enough active coaches for that rank, okay? So study the FAQs. I'm gonna post this so you'll have those links that you can just copy and paste and see what is required. Really, you can Google, 2-star diamond requirements for Beachbody, and it'll pop up immediately. You don't have to wait on me, okay? But make sure that you have enough active coaches, and say that you're going for 1-star diamond, and you have 12 personally sponsored active coaches right now. What I would say is, okay, so I probably won't hit 1-star for another, couple weeks, couple months. I need to start solidifying this right now, because there is no promise or guarantee that if you have these 12 active coaches, they will be active in a month or 2 months, okay? You need to make it a goal to add 2 to 3 minimum new coaches every single month until you hit that rank, okay? That way you're not at that point, where you're like, oh my God, I want to make sure I have enough coaches active, okay? That's the worst feeling ever. Okay, don't put yourself in that position. Always build. Okay, connect with your upline, okay? Or me, if your upline does not work in the business, I'm here, okay, to help you get a solid plan in place, okay? And I shared this on the other Zoom, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating, you guys. But if you have these goals in place and you're not putting together a game plan and actually writing down the details, I'm sweating, but writing down the details of who is going to be those coaches that are going to go for this goal, how many coaches they need, who are their potential coaches, all of that stuff, you guys, then you're never going to hit it, okay? There's no way. I look at the times that I've hit the goals with our team, and it's because I have had things drawn out to a T. Yes, things will change. Some people might end up having life happen and they have to take a step back, and that's okay. But that's why you're working with a few different coaches to go for that goal, okay? So make sure you reach out to your upline about setting up a game plan, and you have a deadline of when you want to hit this, and then use your family members, spouses to work with you to get there, okay? So for instance, hey T, she's dancing in my door. I love you. So hopefully she doesn't start hitting that fan on my door. Okay, she's gone. So, Kirk, obviously, he works his business, and we got him to diamond. That helped our 15-star qualification, Okay, my sisters, they work their business centers. So I was able to say, okay, let me help you, let me guide you to hit diamond. And they also were able to hit diamond and help us hit that goal. Okay, so if you have family members, work together with them to get those goals. Okay, it's very smart. Okay, so steps to help you get to team leader. Okay, if you're not already in the team builder group, the requirement was to be a team builder in June or in May in order to be in this group. Okay, so if you're not in the team builder group and you hit team builder in May, make sure you reach out to me so we can get you in there. Okay, our goal is pushing towards team leader. If you didn't hit team builder in May and you're like, I still want to shoot for this goal, reach out to me, reach out to your upline. You're an adult, you know what the requirements are, just start tackling it, you guys. Anything that you want to go for, other coaches have gone for it. That means it's doable, okay? All you really have to do is say, okay, what actions do I need to do daily in order to hit this goal, okay? That's all you have to do. Identify where you're currently at on the leadership ladder. For some coaches, this can be tough. Believe me, it can be tough for me at moments. Okay, to look and say, oh, I am not where I want to be. I am not where I want to be right now. Okay, I have to look at it though. I can't like look around it. Okay, I have to take it head on and say, okay, this is why I'm here right now because of the actions that I've done in the last month or two. Okay, I own it. I own my ish. Okay, the only way you can move forward in this business, you guys, is to own your ish and say, okay, drawing a line in the sand, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to start doing the actions every single day to get me to a different spot, okay? And then track it every single week, okay? Be objective with yourself and say, what did I do this week to help myself get to this goal? So for me, my goal was to hit Success Club, okay? And then I had a return. So I thought I had hit Success Club 6, then I dropped back down to 4. And I like had a huge woe is me. I let all the stress overwhelm me and, just tick me off the whole weekend. Actually, earlier today, I was like, Kirk, the stress is starting to get to me. And I was like, okay, I need to do these actions to get myself to where I need to be. Okay, so what are those actions you need to do? I need to talk to more people. Okay, so what are the actions you need to do to get you to the next point? I think Leanne was one of the people who said this to me, and it made so much sense. As she said, anytime you have a problem in the business, you can fix it by talking to more people. I think that's so true, you guys. It's so, so true, especially with the UK on the brink of coming, you guys. Like, it's going to come in the next 5 months, and the next 5 months is going to go like this. Okay, so make sure, that's a whole other topic, but make sure that you're starting to build those relationships. Because some of those rock stars are going to come from the UK, okay? Work closely with your coaches to help them get to Success Club, okay? And not even, Success Club, get them their first couple points, okay? Don't just expect them to do it. If you see potential in them and you know that they want to hit that, don't force it on them, okay? But give them a little more love and help on things, okay? And then the last thing is just use your spouse to your advantage. So what I mean by that is your spouse is working their business, okay? And you're saying, okay, let's work this together. If, you have someone who wants to purchase a challenge pack, we're going to put it underneath you so that spouse has Success Club points, and that will count towards your team leader as one of those coaches who has points. Does that make sense? Yes? Yes? Okay. So guys, any questions on any of that? Let's see. Any questions? I know that's a lot of information, you guys. Believe me, I feel like my head's spinning from going through all of the ranks all today or all this tonight, okay? But the more that I read this Get Over Your Damn Self, you guys, like, I'm looking at the faces on this, and you guys have so much potential and so many amazing things in your future that I just want to tell you as your upline coach to not give up, okay? Because we've all had those moments. We've all had those moments where you're like, is this meant for me? Okay, and usually when I have those moments, I'm focusing way too much on myself. Way too much on myself, and I'm being selfish, okay? When I can take a step back and say, one, why am I doing this? Okay, why am I doing this business? And 2, what does it, like, what do I need to do to get to that next level? Then I'm able to get my head refocused. And it's normal to have those doubts, you guys. Believe me. But you're going to have those doubts in anything you do in your life. Okay, it's not just this business. So, any questions, you guys? Okay, I needed to do that with Brian's account for one of my 19 points in May. I would have had hit team builder. Oh my gosh, no way, Karen. Oh, but hey, you'll do it for June. You'll for sure do it for June. Yes. Any questions, you guys? No. Okay, so you guys, I hope that these helped. I know it's a lot of information. What I would suggest doing is writing down 3 goals, okay, that you want to achieve by the end of June. And if you're like 3 seems really overwhelming, pick one and say, okay, I'm going to nail it. I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to get there. Okay? All right, so I'm going to stop